I knew it. I said it in last night's live reaction video. I guarantee you Clemson's going to be in the top 25 still. And look. Oh, my gosh. At number 8, I got Ohio Little Bro State. Wait a minute, bro. Hold on. What is going on in the comment section of the previous video? Oh, man. Mama, there goes that, man. You know what we're about to talk about. Come on, man. You know what today is? They have just recently released the new AP poll. And yeah, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I glanced at it briefly when I got the update, but I low-key forgot where all the teams are placed. I don't even know who's ranked from 25 to 10. I just glanced at the top 5. So you're going to get my live reaction to that. And also, need to throw this in there. During the offseason, I asked you guys, hey, do y'all want to see me come out with my poll? Because we all know the AP poll's garbage. The only poll that actually matters is the MBG poll. That might be a great poll. Anyways, long story short, a lot of you said in the offseason, yo, Matt, you should come out with your own poll or at least do the top 10. And I like that. Because I think doing the top 25, that's too much. But I'll give you my top 10 every single week. So in today's video, we're going to do that. I'm going to show you the AP poll. We're going to talk about that. You're going to get my live reaction. And also, I'm going to show you my top 10 current teams after week 1. And yeah, that's going to ruffle some feathers. And when I say it's going to ruffle some feathers, I mean it. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm going to D-rank one team by like one spot. No. It's going to shock you. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at this AP poll. Wait a minute, bro. Hold on. What is going on in the comment section of the previous video? Why is everybody putting hashtag Matt B. Bald after every comment unironically? It's people not even trying to be funny. It's just after a statement. Oh yeah, good video. Or, oh yeah, they give their thoughts on the video. And at the end, hashtag Matt B. Bald. What? Nah, man, I don't know what's going on, but we gotta put a stop to this. I don't know if y'all are trying to be funny, but I don't want to see anybody from here on out putting hashtag Matt B. Bald. That's a little disrespectful, I ain't gonna lie, but let's just get back on track here. Okay, wait a minute. What? I knew it. I said it in last night's live reaction video. I guarantee you Clemson's going to be in the top 25 still. And look. Oh, my gosh. Calm down, Matt. Calm down. Don't need to scream and rage. It's not good for your health. You knew this was going to happen. Do not act surprised. And it's not that I'm surprised. It's more so of I'm just pissed off. A team loses. They get destroyed by 3 touchdowns, and it should have been way worse. And they're in the top 25? Come on, man. AP poll is a joke. It's so funny because we talk about the AP poll being a joke. And the first team on this list we're looking at, it goes to prove my point. Whatever. Clemson at 25. Tulane at 24. I think it was at 24 last week. A&M 23. Oh, here we go. Shocker. I knew they'd be in the top 25. We got the Buffaloes. What about that? Clap it up, man. Clap it up. Are they a top 25 team? That's up for debate, but just based off of upsetting TCU in week 1, I think you should have thrown them in there. I have no problem with them being at 22 whatsoever. But here's a real conversation for y'all. Could Colorado, let me know in the comment section, if Colorado and Texas A&M play tomorrow, who you got? And same thing for the team in front of them. What if Colorado play Duke tomorrow? Who you got? Interesting conversation because I think a lot of people would say that Colorado would beat Duke, but I also think a lot of those same people would say that Texas A&M would beat Colorado. Regardless of that, though, what's the difference from being ranked 22 or 21, 23? Not a big deal. You're in the top 25, so congratulations to the Colorado fans. 20 through 16, nothing really shocking there. And same thing for 15 through 11. LSU, they did drop to 14, which in my opinion is a little low considering they got dominated. Not really a fan of that. I personally would like to see LSU and North Carolina flip here. I'd like to see LSU at around 17 or 18 and North Carolina in the top 15. I think North Carolina deserved it. I mean, not deserved it, but they earned it. North Carolina beat down a really solid South Carolina team. Remember, South Carolina beat Tennessee and Clemson last year. That North Carolina front 7 and the edge rushers, they do not mess around. I just don't understand how you can watch North Carolina beat down on South Carolina and watch LSU play that pathetic and go, yep, we're going to put LSU ahead of North Carolina. It doesn't make any sense to me. That just can't happen. Now, I'm not saying you got to rank LSU outside the top 25, but I'd stick them somewhere around 19 to 23. That's where I'd put LSU. We're probably like 17 to 23. Yeah, you got Utah at number 12. I'm higher on Utah than most. I currently have Utah in my top 10, and same thing for Texas. Texas at 11, but here we go. You got Notre Dame sneaking on up the ranking slowly but surely at number 10. And here's where things get controversial. Y'all know this, to top 10. Tennessee at number 9. Don't agree with that. I'll talk about that in just a second. You got Washington at number 8. They look good in week 1. They blew out Boise State. Penn State at 7 and USC at 6. Not too much change there. But in the top 5, you know a lot changed. changed. Because obviously I haven't brought up the cinnamon rolls, which means they've jumped into the top 5. At number 5, we got the Little Bro, Ohio State, falling 2 spots, which is rightfully deserved. And at number 4, ahead of Little Bro, we got the Cinnamon Rolls. Not bad, jumping up from 8 to number 4. And then at number 3, we got Alabama, and you know the rest too. We got Michigan, and number 1, we got Georgia. Not gonna lie to you guys, this is one of the better AP polls, and one of the AP polls I agree with the most. Outside of Clemson and LSU, I don't have a problem with this at all whatsoever. I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth, but it's not a bad list. Really not a bad list, but let's check out some of the comments because you know people are going to be going crazy in the comment section. Okay, the first one I see is from a Little Bro State fan, and he said, Bama and FSU should not jump us. Oh, brother, give me a break. You play like dog crap. You barely beat Indiana. Why shouldn't Bama and FSU jump you? As a matter of fact, you're lucky you're still in the top 5, but you ain't ready for that conversation. Some of these Ohio State fans, they are delusional to say the least. Ohio State has a fraud of a head coach. They don't know what they're doing at the quarterback position, and you believe that Florida State shouldn't have jumped you? Come on, man. At least with Florida State and Bama, they look dominating in week 1. Outside of that, though, don't see too much controversial stuff being said in the comment section. Now, with all that being said, let me give you my top 10 teams. I just tweeted this out, by the way. Go follow me on Twitter if you don't already. At number 10, I got Texas. I'll break down 6 through 10 after I tell you these. At number 9, I got Utah, and this is going to shock a lot of you. At number 8, I got Ohio Little Bro State. Yep, that's right. I've dropped them all the way down to 9. I'll explain my reasoning for that in just a second. 7, I got Washington. I'm slowly but surely getting on the hype train with them. Like their offense, defense is better than what I thought. I'm turning into a Washington fan. With Washington and Florida State in the offseason, I made it clear and known I wasn't on the hype train, but I'm jumping on. I think Washington might be better than what I originally thought. And at number 6, I got USC. Now, let me break down 6 through 10 for you more importantly. I don't think anybody's going to have questions about USC and Washington. I think all the questions are going to be like, Matt, why you got Ohio State at number 8? My answer to this question is fairly simple. You didn't look like a top 5 team, not even close to a top 5 team on Saturday against Indiana, an inferior opponent. And it's not just the fact that Ohio State looked bad in week 1, it's also, you got to throw this in there, that the teams I have ranked ahead of them look good. It's a combination of both. I'm not just de-ranking Ohio State because of their performance. I'm also de-ranking them because teams behind them played really good and they look better. And that's all there is to it. At number 5, you know I'm high on the Volunteers. I had them in the top 5 before the season even started, and they're staying right there in this ranking. At number 5, I got the Tennessee Volunteers. At number 4, I got the Cinnamon Rolls. 3, I got Alabama. 2, I got Michigan. And number 1, I got Georgia. So my top 4 is exactly the same as the AP top 4. I'm going to give you my thought process on the top 4 because I don't think anybody's going to say that Tennessee deserves to be in the top 4 at all. My thought process behind the top 4 was this right here. Georgia's Georgia. I really shouldn't have to explain that. With Michigan and Alabama, here's my thing. Some people would say, well, Matt, Alabama looked better than Michigan on Saturday, and I would agree with that. But as good as Alabama looked on Saturday, you got to remember they were playing MTSU. I'm not going to bump Alabama ahead of Michigan after a strong and defining win over MTSU. Sorry, I'm not sorry. It's just not going to happen. I don't think Alabama deserves to jump Michigan. That wasn't even really close to me. What I was really considering doing was bumping Florida State ahead of Alabama, putting them in the top 3. I thought about it because when you ask the question, do they deserve to be ranked in the top 3? I think some people would answer yes to that question. And I can't fault you for that. If you have Florida State in the top 3, don't fault you a single bit. I understand it. But for me, at least, it came down to this. Would I pick Florida State to beat Alabama tomorrow? No. Would I pick Florida State to beat Michigan tomorrow? No. And would I pick Florida State to beat Georgia tomorrow? No. Anytime I think about ranking a team ahead of another in the top 5 or 10, I'll always get asked that question. And if the answer to that question is no, then I don't bump them ahead. That's my top 10 though, and let me know in the comment section what's your top 10 or what's your top 25, and also what's your biggest takeaway from the AP top 25. I'd say my biggest takeaway is definitely Colorado. Imagine telling somebody 2 years ago that Colorado, this sucky Colorado team and program, would be ranked ahead of Texas A&M. Think about that. Colorado is ranked ahead of Texas A&M. I tell you this much, if you'd have told me that 2 years ago, I'd have been like, wait, what? Are we talking about college football or college basketball? What's going on? Are we talking about baseball or are we talking about college football? Are we talking about soccer or what are we talking about? There's no way we're talking about college football. Believe it or not, though, as hard as it is to believe, this is reality. Colorado, a team that went 1-11 last year, is in the AP top 25. And I agree with it. I agree with it 100%. They beat a top 20 team on the road. Yeah, you got to put them in the top 25. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. Not a huge overreaction because I do agree with most of it. But roll